Today we travel to Patagonia, a region full of landscapes, quiet strength, and deep rooted traditions. It's a place where getting lost in nature might help you find something inside yourself. Let's explore what makes this southern land of Argentina and Chile so unique and unforgettable. A place where getting lost is part of the journey and the way back to yourself. It's a vast region across southern Argentina and Chile where distances are long, the wind never stops, and silence becomes a way of listening. Arriving in Patagonia means encountering the unexpected. There are landscapes that seems from another world, sky-touching mountains, cracking glaciers, endless lakes, and a sky that shifts by the minute, and above all, silence. Many say they feel small here, not in a bad way, but as if they can finally lower their guard and stop rushing. This land invites you to breathe deeply and slow down. Getting lost in Patagonia isn't about confusion, it's about letting go, letting the environment guide you, even without a plan. Life in Patagonia flows at a different pace. In many towns, days start early and quietly. Often, all you hear is the wind or dogs moving between houses. The rhythm of life is deeply connected to the weather. If it snows, you wait. If the wind is too strong, you adapt. Everything adjusts. People live with what they have without complaint. Mate is a constant companion at all hours. Families drink it in the morning, workers share it in a circle before starting their day, and it's always present during long conversations. You don't drink mate alone. That circle, that moment, often says more than words. And along the roads of Patagonia, sharing mate with a stranger isn't rare. It's a simple but a deep gesture, a sign of trust, because sometimes offering a warm sip is a way of saying, I see you, you're here, you're not alone. The long distance make every connection more meaningful. You don't visit someone without a reason. But when you do, you truly show up. Affection here is quiet. It doesn't need grand gestures. It's just, will you like to serve for dinner? And in those details, you find the culture. Patagonia is a land of many layers. The first stories written into its landscapes are from its original peoples, Mapuche, Tehuelche, and others who lived here long before borders existed. They spoke with the wind, knew the invisible forest trails, and had a deep relationship with the stars, rivers, and animals. Their worldview lives on, especially in communities that have resisted displacement for centuries. Later in the late 19th century came the immigrants. Many fled war, poverty, or simply searched for a different life. Immigrants from Europe left their mark on the architecture, food, and festivals. From tea houses to bakeries to celebrations that blends local traditions with echoes from across the ocean. Each group left something, and in turn, Patagonia changed them. It made them adapt, learn from the land and those already there. On one trip, you can walk among eternal glaciers and end up near a desert, see dense forest, and a few kilometers later, stand in a dry plain where the wind rules. In one trip, you can walk among eternal glaciers and end up near a desert, see dense forest, and a few kilometers later, stand in a dry plain where the wind rules. You might witness the bluest sky you've ever seen, and half an hour later, silent snowfall covering everything. These streams make it unique and unpredictable. To witness this change in landscape, just follow Ruta 40, from humid mountains forests to the dry Patagonian plateau, where guanacos, a native animal similar to a llama, living wild in these dry lands, walk among dust and wind. And if we speak of wonders, two impressive facts stand out. First, Patagonia is home to the Perito Moreno Glacier, one of the most accessible glaciers in the world. You can walk right up without extreme expeditions and witness blocks of ice breaking off like the breath of time. Second, the largest dinosaur ever discovered was found here, the Patagotitan majorum, over 37 meters long. Its remains are preserved in the province of Chubut, and its discovery changed what we knew about the prehistoric giants. Patagonia is more than a postcard destination. It also faces real changes, often hidden behind its landscapes. Mass tourism, if not carefully managed, leaves a mark. Waste, water shortage, and disruption to the peace of small towns. Climate change leaves clearer signs each year. Retreating glaciers, more frequent forest fires, and seasons behaving differently. Sometimes the bravest thing isn't to keep moving forward, but pause. To get lost for a while. To let go of the map. To let the wind guide you. In Patagonia, being lost doesn't mean being confused. It means being present. It means letting the landscape speak in a whisper, letting the silence ask questions. Maybe that's why so many come looking for something else and end up finding themselves. Not because the South transforms them, but because in the vast space they finally hear their own voice. To get lost, then, is not give up. It's to remember who you were before the noise, before the rush, before you forgot to look at the sky. And when even a little bit of that returns, the soul recognizes it. And you are no longer the same person who arrived. You are more you, more calm, more true. Thank you for joining me in this journey to the far south. Share this episode with someone who might need a pause, a breathe, or a simply different kind of journey. Maybe with a friend who loves Argentina or someone curious about discovering new cultures. Share it over a warm cup of mate and an invitation to travel with an open heart. In the next episode, we'll travel somewhere very different but just as deep, rural Japan, a place where time moves gently, every gesture carries meaning, and where the small things are sacred. Until next time.